And welcome back, folks. I'm not through just yet. No warnings with this. This is just a kind of regular evening uh, live stream that I do covering general weather. So let's get into your weekend forecast and beyond into next week. And I think there's a one sentence forecast that it's going to stay unsettled with daily chances of showers and thunderstorms. So let's get into your viewer. Uh, See the clouds, you can see the clouds moving. So low level flow is fairly brisk. And that's one reason we had some of these tornado warnings today. They spin up with that low level wind being strong. It creates shear as you go up, a difference in wind speed and direction. And so that's what you can see in the tower cam right there. And in the to the left of the tower cam right there, you see a little rain shaft over in that direction. Let's go over to Stellies and LeBeau, where we're seeing a mostly cloudy sky there as well. And we're still picking up rain down up in Toledo Bend. You see visibility is reduced there. Some of that area is under a flash flood warning as I speak. And you can see that it's still raining. 2 to 3 inches of rain probably has fallen there. And we'll take a quick look at radar. We see showers and thunderstorms. See this little area right here. Then we have seen some scattered action right in through this part. And then this system right here is moving kind of to the north, and I look for it to maybe swing a little to the left or to the west in the coming hour. So the bottom line is that the rain is not over yet. So let's zoom in a little bit to this, and I'll turn in on the warnings. This is a flash flood warning and a tornado watch for Sabine Parish. So the tornado watch is out until 7 o'clock here for Sabine, Vernon, and Beauregard parishes, as well as Natchitoches Parish there. Again, 7 p.m. And this is a flash flood warning for Sabine Parish, which I think goes till something like 7:45. So that's it for your roundup for warnings right now. Here's the system that causes all this. That's the system that you heard about bringing flooding to South Texas. It's a little weaker and not as big a rain producer over in this direction, but as you can see, we've had some issues today with a couple of tornado warnings, several in fact, and flash flood warning. So it's also produced some heavy rainfall here, and it's not over with yet. We'll see kind of the leftovers of it continue into tomorrow's forecast as well. Now let's check out things beyond this. We're going to go into the future cast. This takes us into through Friday evening, say about 8 o'clock. I think we will continue to see showers and thunderstorms in the area, and likewise as we go into the overnight hours for a while. But once we get into Saturday morning, grocery store shopping time like it did when I was young. No big rain chances, at least according to this model at that particular time, but not a 0%. Certainly, it will increase throughout the afternoon as it warms up some. And then once we get into your Saturday evening entertainment, maybe we can get a break for you there and see the rain chances go back down a bit. And then all the important church services there for mid-morning Sunday. It looks like we will see, of course, a mostly cloudy sky. And maybe a couple of hit and miss showers. I think any rain chances Sunday would hold off until later in the day. So that's our forecast for the weekend. So severe weather outlook for today. We see this little slight risk area for where the tornado watch is currently, and then a lesser risk over to the east of there. And then going into severe threats for today for the remainder of this evening. Overall, it still remains a limited threat across the area. You can see that I have raised the hail and the tornado potential just a bit out of possibilities. As I've been looking at warnings, some of these storms have been including hail. I really didn't think there was much of a hail pattern here, but well, it made me take that back. And tornado risk is now up to above 2%. So here are the details. Through this evening, the pattern aloft, the feature aloft is going to continue. There'll be mixed storm modes as you saw on radar. The supercells are the ones that are creating the tornado risk. You can have those either by themselves or part of a wavy squall line. And so that's where the tornado potential will come from. Threat levels 1 out of 5 across eastern Louisiana, 2 out of 5 across western Louisiana. That both is limited in scope and severity. Even though we've had 2 or 3 tornado warnings, I don't think those would have been associated with anything major had they produced any ground truth. All right, so all threats are 5% risk: hail, tornadoes, and wind. So monitor your weather sources for several more hours before nighttime cooling kind of stabilizes the lower levels of the atmosphere, kind of takes the instability, takes the fuel away from storm updrafts, and anything that develops would be weaker. Projecting ahead to this unsettled weather pattern, so this isn't all we're going to have to deal with as far as storms are concerned. Here's the current system right here. You can see how we have that change in the wind direction right there, northwest, and then southwest over in this part of the country. So right in that area right there, we have an upper level front, upper level wind shift, upper level feature, disturbance, trough, whatever you want to call it. It's all the above. But the thing that it does is it changes weather dynamically through the laws of physics. It creates forces. The atmosphere responds to those forces, and that is where you get your weather changes. That's the answer to the age-old question: why does the weather change so much? All right, let's go beyond this and project into next week and into the weekend. Sunday morning, we see another dip coming through the plains right there, and I'll go a little bit farther there, let it update, and then this goes into Monday morning, so about 24 hours later. Notice that this trough is just kind of sitting on top of us right here. So that system, most of the energy was up here, so it just kind of moved this way and sits on top of us. And that is going to create a favorable situation for severe thunderstorms as we head into the Sunday, Monday time frame. And in areas to the north and east of us, as you'll see in my severe weather outlooks, they may have a rougher time than we will out of that. All right, let's go a little farther into the 7-day forecast here for Wednesday evening. We see another big trough off to the west, big disturbance. You see the contrast in the wind right in there. So if you're a little package of air and you move with this wind flow, you go like this and you change direction. That's known in physics as acceleration. And once again, this will keep our weather pattern unsettled with chances of rain and storms as we head into the end of next week. In fact, by Friday morning, you see this big trough is out west. It sharpens up even a little bit by Friday. And as I know from being here in central Louisiana for so long as a meteorologist and weather forecaster, that pattern is one that can create some problems here because it sometimes is favorable for repeated bouts of rain and thunderstorms, and over a period of time it can add up and you can get excessive rainfall out of that kind of pattern as well as the threat for severe weather. So here's the 7-day forecast and the severe outlooks for Sunday. This is what I'm talking about. This is the highest risk once again to the north of us, but we have a risk for Sunday, and that continues into Monday morning to the east of us. And then once we go beyond that, by middle of next week, we have, with that other system out here, we have yet another risk developing across areas of East Texas up through the Ark-La-Tex and into the mid-Mississippi Valley and even into portions of the Midwest there. So sorting it all out for us, 7-day forecast, 80% chance of rain and some thunderstorms on Saturday, high 78. We'll cut that in half Sunday during the day, but Sunday night it will increase, I think, to about 60% as we have that severe potential for, I would say, the PM hours Sunday and Sunday night. And then by Monday morning, I think it's going to be moving out of the area. So got 30% to keep that covered. Tuesday is going to be a pretty decent day as we'll be between weather systems, so things will settle down. But I just don't feel comfortable with a 0% there because southerly flow will continue and start to develop in response to the Wednesday, Thursday weather system. And that will be bringing in Gulf moisture Tuesday. So 20% is a good forecast there. Scattered showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday into Thursday. And that will be an unsettled period even continuing into Friday. But in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame, got a little risk of severe weather coming back, as you saw on the severe weather outlook just a minute ago. Some pretty warm times there. Look at the Wednesday and Thursday temperatures and Friday, and look at these lows. not getting below 70 in many locations there. So that is a hint of spring, folks. And when it's that warm this early in the year, it sets the table for a lot of fuel available to storms. So hence the unsettled weather pattern there. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for being with me. Appreciate your patronage for Stenli Weather and your support. And just have you hope a super and safe